Hey everybody, it's Mel and welcome to From the Casting Room. Fix your framing. That's all I'm gonna say. Fix your framing in your self-tape auditions, okay? Framing is so incredibly important from the casting side. Why? Because we need to see you, right? And I know that sounds so obvious, but it's really, really important that you have good framing because we want you to be the focal point. So I'm going to show you a couple examples here. So if I'm this close talking to you, yes, you can see my face, you can see my eyes, but you can't see like my body movement, right? Which is important to maybe my scene. Also, if I move at all, look at this. It's just way too much movement, right? It's distracting for everybody. So if I'm framed here, so if I'm chest up, you can see a little bit more of my body, a little bit more of my body movement. Maybe I'm going to be talking with my hands, maybe I'm going to be using some kind of prop in my scene, as I'm talking to you, putting on some lipstick. So this is good framing if you're going to have any movement. I think a good rule of thumb when you have movement is, from the chest up, I think is great. Always read the instructions because casting, will tell you, hey, can you have a tighter framing? I just worked on something where we needed to see a full body. We needed to see somebody walking a little bit, and actors, kind of freaked out because they were like, I know, but I don't have enough room. I don't know how to do that. And, we were pretty lax and just said, hey, listen, just have somebody videotape you outside walking. That's fine. But we also put that in the instructions. So, there's always those kind of circumstances that don't adhere to the framing rule. But overall, framing is key. I see a lot of actors in their framing where I'm going to tilt my phone up, where they'll frame like this, right? And then they, are spending time, especially if it's a callback, a Zoom callback, they're spending time trying to adjust framing because they can't get it right. And you can see how that's super distracting, especially in front of a director when you have an audition or a callback. So I want you to really set your framing in your self-tapes. I want you to set your framing in your Zoom auditions because I want you to be able to shine and you to be able to be the focal point. And also, I want your acting. I want your performance to really not suffer because your framing is off. A lot of times too, we'll ask to see maybe from the waist up. So, I've had actors like do this and like their framing will be like this. And then look, you just see at my nostril, right? This is not good framing. So please avoid these mistakes in your next self-tape when it comes to framing. Okay, hey, if you're not already in our Facebook group, join From the Casting Room. I'd love to have you in there. And if you have any more questions, you can email us, info@melmackactingstudio.com.